Right, today, like I said, last month we had a little tutorial on zips. So today I thought, well, this is the one that I found online and I thought it was really sweet. It looks a bit like a tulip. Really great for your scraps. These little zipper ends are fantastic as just to have in your stash because you can add any kind of little loop or tassel or something like this to the end. On the reel, they did make it onto the end of cord, so they did a drawstring bag and they added these onto the ends of the cord, and I thought that was really nice too, because then you get two, of course, but I just thought it was a bit different, something extra to accessorize your bags with. And you won't believe how easy this is to do. So let me show you what you're going to need. Of course, you are going to need a zipper pull with a little D-ring on the end, like so. Any colour hardware, of course. You are also going to need a circle of fabric, scrap fabric. I haven't interfaced it, it's just a plain circle. You can use any size, you don't have to cut it perfectly, you can just kind of scrappily cut it out, you're not going to see the edges. So that is nice and easy. You are also going to need a strip of fabric. I believe this is an inch, just over an inch and a quarter. Yeah, I've done mine 1.25 inches. You can do yours any width you like. And then with this strip, I have done it, you can see this is a scrap, I've got interfacing all over it. It's all good, it's fine. You don't need it to be this long, by the way. I just cut it super long because, you know, that's what I did. You only need it a few inches, 3 inches at most. I have folded it into the middle. So I've done, first of all, so this is the same way you make any strap. If you've never made a strap for a bag before, this is how you do it with regular cotton fabric. You're going to press it into the middle. Okay, so fold it in half along the length, press it into the middle, open it up and press each long edge into that press or that crease that you've just made. Fold it again and press with the iron. Okay, so then you have the raw ends, the raw long edges enclosed in the middle. Okay, then all you're going to do is you're going to sew along each edge. So let us move across to, let me grab that, that's going to make my life easier. There we go, to the other camera, there we go. Right, so I am going to use my trusty machine to sew along each edge, and I'm going to use a number 3 stitch length. If you are watching live, or indeed if you're watching on catch up or replay, do let me know where you're watching from in the comments. It's always fun to see where you all are. So I always do the open end first to keep that nice and secure. I'm going to go a bit longer than I need. So I'm going to go to a bit more actually. Lift the foot up and pivot down. Now this is a tip. This is longer than I need. So my stitching is not going to be, or might not be exactly the right sort of equal distance from each one. Let me move this a little bit in. That's a bit better, isn't it? So if you're finding that you've got that, what you can do is you can pivot with the foot at an angle. You can see the work is coming out at an angle. It should be here. So what you can do is just do one step at an angle, one stitch at an angle, and then you'll find that even though it's hard to get it equal at the end, you can get a little bit better, a little bit closer to where you want it to be by doing one stitch at an angle. Hopefully that makes sense. Going along to the end, going to do a back stitch, but that's more out of habit. And there we've got our little strap. I'm going to cut off my excess that I don't need. Watching from not so sunny Clacton-on-Sea underwater. Oh dear. Oh no. Oh no, oh no, Anita, that does not sound good. Right, then, got my little strap. I'm going to put that through the D-ring of my zipper pull. Pull that along so I've got lots of nice excess, okay? Then I'm going to get my circle. Let me pop a pin in the end of that. Keep that nice and secure and pop that down a second. We're going to fold our circle in half, wrong sides together, so that the curve is along the top. Then I'm going to place that, the little strap that we made, on top. Now I want to make sure, see I've got, I don't know if you can see, but I've got a raw edge there. So I'm just going to even that out, make sure that I'm not playing around with any raw edges that I can't see. So make sure that I encase it. Place that in the middle towards that curved edge. Then I'm going to place one edge of the curve. So I'm kind of splitting the circle into three. Now this is the only fiddly bit really, well there's two fiddly bits, this bit and the final bit. But the actual stitching is super easy. Okay, so can you see that? The little strap is in the middle and then I've folded each curve in. Now when you stitch it, so I'm just going to make sure that that is in the middle. Pop a pin in there to keep that all together. I'll take the pin out when I go to the machine because can you see how it's curving that? And it might, it probably will break that pin. Normally you can go over pins if you do them at a right angle, but because this is so bulky, I am not going to chance it. Now I want to make sure that little end is not too far down that I don't stitch it. So I'm just going to make sure that's pulled up, make sure that's pulled up. And then the key is to catch all the ends in. So you want to give yourself a fairly decent seam allowance as you sew. Okay, so I'm going to keep my nail there so I know that that is where I want to sew. So what is that? That is a good 1 centimetre seam allowance. I'm going to take my pin out and I'm going to stitch that in place. So I'm catching through all the layers. Depending on your machine, you may find this tricky. I have just seen that Anita asked, which machine do you use? I do not use an industrial, well, it's a semi-industrial, Anita, and you can find a video talking all about it. It's the Janome HD9. Highly, highly recommend it. Do speak to me if you're thinking about getting one though, because I will send you a little box of goodies and I can get you a great deal as well. I can see some other questions. Watching from a very cold Fife in Scotland. Watching from dummy warm Metro Washington DC Nova. Huh, that's cool. What a lovely way to make the pulls more accessible. Yes, that's a great idea. Yes, they'd be easier to catch, hold on to and pull as well. Don't worry, you're a bit late, Stacey. Hi. Right, okay. So we've done that line of stitching. Can you see? With any luck, I've caught all of my ends in. Yes, I have. And that is the key. I did this a couple times and I didn't catch in that first little corner here. Then all you have to do, really simple, is turn it the other way out. And like I say, this is the second bit, which is fiddly. It's not that fiddly, not really, because it's pretty nice and kind of chunky, big and chunky. And then you just kind of manipulate it and it turns into kind of little flower or a little tulip, I guess. Quite sweet for spring. Move it around so all the raw edges are enclosed. Give it a tug. And there you go. Like, how easy is that? They do look really cute. Like I say, I will share the reel below. They look really cute on the ends of cord for a drawstring bag. Isn't that cool? That's it. That's all there is to it. basically one line of stitching, especially if you did it on cord. If you didn't do that initial strap, do it on one line of stitching. And then I guess it's a case of how small do you dare to go. You could even, you know what would be cool? Ooh, if you made this out of faux leather and then you had a raw bit inside and you open this up a bit and then you tasseled, you know, cut into the ends, it would look like the little stamen of a flower on the inside. That would be neat as well. From Missouri, watching from Missouri. Hello, hello. So there you go. What do you think? Are you going to give that a try? Let me know in the comments. Do you make your own tassels for your zippers? Quite neat, isn't it? So there's our little tip of the day. It's a short and quick one today, but it is a tutorial nonetheless. So I hope you enjoy it. And if you do tag me so I can have a look, and I will, like I say, share the original person who shared this on Instagram in the description below. Okay, so that's it for tonight. It's short and sweet, but I hope you found it useful. Thank you so much for watching. If you found this useful, please do share it with your friends. And remember that I go live on here every Thursday at 8 p.m. GMT. You may find some more videos coming up on the channel soon too. So do subscribe if you're interested in that. And I shall see you on the next video. Thanks so much for watching. And thank you so much to everyone who joined me live. Take care, everybody. Bye.